Hey guys, Bman here. Welcome to today's video. Today we've got an awesome one for you guys. What we got today is how you can pull unowned blueprints into Warzone, and then you can run unowned blueprints with camos swapped onto them, even if they're camos you don't own, and all sorts, guys. This is absolutely amazing, and this is all thanks to the in-game class editing. It has been added back to Warzone in the Season 4 Reloaded update, and that means that we can now go along and do all that we were able to do in multiplayer, but even better, now we're even able to do all blueprint pulling and things like that without the requirement of needing unowned camos, guys. Yes, this video is going to teach you how to pull variants from other variants without the need to have unowned camos in Warzone. Then you can go along and I'm going to show you even how to run them with camos you don't own as well as a bonus. But I already have a full, perfectly functional tutorial on how to pull all the blueprints with the unowned camos and everything. And the tutorial is actually made just before this update, but it all still works exactly the same, and it explains really well, and it's made over in multiplayer. Multiplayer performs exactly the same as Warzone right now, so I'll leave that as the tutorial for multiplayer and all the unowned tutorials. I'll link that in the description, and it's this video that you guys see on the screen right now. That's the thumbnail that you're looking for everyone to go and do that. Go and check that video out if you want to know all of that. This is just an add-on to that, and this is going to show you how to do all of the blueprint pulling without needing unowned camos. So you guys know the deal. Get down there if you haven't already. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not already. Leave me that awesome comment. We'll have a quick word about today's sponsor, and then we'll just get straight into this, guys. If you want to unlock Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula camos in Black Ops 6, or grind them extremely quickly in bot lobbies, be sure to check out Mitch Cactus. They're the biggest and most reliable in Call of Duty, which will help you with weekly events and rare bundle codes for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Browse their 1,500 verified Trustpilot reviews and thousands of personalized vouchers. They're the go for all your things Call of Duty. Use code BMAN for 5% off, and thanks Mitch Cactus for sponsoring today's video. Now, as a bonus, guys, the camo swap. The camo swapping and all the broken account stuff has been changed with this update, and now it's turned into how it used to be back in Season 1, where it's a permanent account broken camo swap, and now you can't undo it. I don't know why they reverted that. It might go back to how it was just before this update, but at this point, that's how it is. So when you're in the camo swapping, once you activate the camo swap with the same way we just done it before the season update, if you activate that, now what happens is you break your account, and now you will no longer be able to create any more blueprints past that point that you already had it at. And whenever you create new on a gun, it will come with the camo swap of what you had in the previous, just like this. But what you can do is you can go along and you can say duplicate to grab a camo, just like in the past. It will create a duplicate of that one, just like that. But the next time you say duplicate something, it's going to replace that one. And every time you do a duplicate, it actually replaces the last one you made. So this is how they've changed it now. So you can still go along. And create duplicates and stuff like that. So we can go along here, and we can put that camo onto this gun here, just like this, and it will come with the camo. So you can still camo swap as normal, and we could leave that in the class, right? But keeping them saved is no longer a thing anymore, so you won't be keeping them saved. So now that I've got that camo in there, I could now go along and I could put another camo onto another gun. So in this slot down here, we could go along to another gun, and I could just say duplicate on that to grab the camo off that. But what that actually does is that actually deletes the other one that we made before. So it's always deleting the past one, even though it keeps it in your class. So now we can go along and we could say create new here, and we get this with the camo on it. So you can still create your classes up all camo swapped and everything, guys, but you're just not going to keep them saved. So now this one there goes to there, and as soon as we come back to this to edit this, this would end up with being the one that's got the save. As soon as we done anything to edit this one right, and it would then this one that was there would be no longer saved there, and it would be that one. So the latest one that you update becomes the thing that's saved, and that's just how this works, and you never come out of this. So now from this point here, we're just able to camo swap. So whatever we go to, we can go grab a camo off absolutely anything at this point, and we can just go along and put it in. Right, so this is the new camo swap, and this is the new way that this works. Now, how you activate this for people that don't have it active is all you do is it's the same as all the past seasons, how we showed you guys how to do it. You just create 2 duplicates, and you have the overkill one. You equip the overkill, you delete one duplicate, you undo it being equipped, you delete the other one, then you go along and you make the change. So go back to the previous seasons and just do those if you want to know how to do it, but once you do it, just know that you won't be able to undo it, and now your profile will have a permanent camo swap. I had to cover that because it's big news for lots of people, but with that said, that's going to explain to you guys why whenever I say create new on a thing, it's going to be coming with a camo. You're going to be seeing that. So with that said, if you don't want to have wiping problems, don't have camos on coming that cause wipes. So I like to use this camo here as the camo that I have whenever I say create new, because it does not cause wipes. It's an event camo. So now I can go along to any gun, and I can simply just go along to it, and I can say create new to it, and it comes with the camo of my choice and the charms and everything. So that's just the camo swap. I wanted to cover that. Now let's get straight back into how to blueprint pull. Sorry for that sidetrack, it needed to be covered. Okay, with this method here, without having unowned camos, you're only going to be able to make builds with customized up to 4 attachments on them. You will not be able to create any more than 4 attachments onto the blueprints that you pull without using unowned camos. Now, if you're confused at all about how you pull and complete blueprints and things like that, go and watch the multiplayer tutorial. I went into depth on that. I explained why you need to have 8 attachments on the weapon you're pulling from if you're trying to have a blueprint pulled that has up to 7 attachments. And with this method here, we're only able to start with blueprints that have 5. So the blueprints we pull are only going to be able to get a customized amount of up to 4 attachments onto them after we pull them. So if that confuses you at all, go and watch the other tutorial that explains this in depth. I'm trying to keep these minimalized to not have to re-explain things every time, because most people don't need that. So with that said, watch the other video. These are going to work really well together, these 2 videos. Now, with that said, how this is going to work is you need to start with blueprints with 5 attachments to be able to put 4 attachments onto the blueprint that you pull. Okay, so for this, we are going to start with this blueprint right here, and then what we're going to pull is we're going to turn this into the Prestige Master AMS 85 Prestige Master blueprint, and then we're going to put 4 attachments onto it, and we'll be able to run that. And then after that, we will be able to go along and run that with this camo here, the nuke camo, or whatever camo we choose off these weapons here, without even having to swap them over onto it. So that's what we're about to show you. So with this, to do this, how this all works and how we can do this without unowned camos is we are using the Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 Dragon's Breath rounds. So you need to have a blueprint that of the Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3 shotguns that comes with Dragon's Breath rounds on the blueprint. The blueprint that I use is Pack Leader. If you want, you can go and purchase that bundle to be able to do this, and you'll be able to get a lot of bundles out of it with this. Have a lot of fun. You'll be able to use it to pull lots of Modern Warfare weapons and all sorts, guys. So go along and get yourself a blueprint. There's lots of Dragon's Breath blueprints that also came in battle passes and stuff like that, so you might just already have one. Check out your other blueprints, because there's lots. Like this one here is a battle pass blueprint that has Dragon's Breath on it. Obtain a weapon that has Dragon's Breath on it. That is a requirement. So for us, I'm going to be using this, and as you see, this thing here has Dragon's Breath on it as a base blueprint. Okay, so for this video, I'm going to use this blueprint here. You just put a blueprint into your class that you want to use to pull other blueprints. So we're going to use this blueprint right here. Then what we need to do is once we get in game, we need to go along and we need to find our shotgun, our Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3 shotgun with Dragon's Breath rounds, and then select that. After we've done that, we need to back out of our loadout and then come back in, and then we need to select whatever weapon we want to pull a blueprint for, and we can go along and say create new on the weapons to see whatever blueprint we can pull for different blueprints, and then we can go along and add up to 4 attachments onto that blueprint. If we add 5, we lose the look of the blueprint, but we can add up to 4. Now if we use Unowned Camos with the method in the other video that I've linked, well, in that one you can go up to 7 attachments on the blueprint because you start with a blueprint with 8, but here we're starting with blueprints with 5, and we can't start with ones with 8 because we have to go along and equip the Modern Warfare 2 weapon for this method, which restricts us to being able to only have overkill in our class, meaning we can only start with 5. So with that reason, you can only start with 5. So we're going to start off with this blueprint. We'll load in game and I'll show you us pulling other blueprints. So we'll go along, and after we pull a blueprint, we have to finish off the glitch by going back to the shotgun that we used to pull it, and we need to finish off by having that in our class when we leave game. Then the following game afterwards, I'll be able to show you how we can go and run all the pulled blueprint, whatever blueprint we like, with whatever camo we like off these guns here, without having to put the camo onto the guns. We can run the camos from these guns here. So with that said, let's load in game and show you us turning this blueprint here into something different. Okay, as soon as you load in, we go along and we select the class. Then we go back into our loadout, into the class, and we select our shotgun with our Modern Warfare 2 Dragon's Breath rounds. Then we back out, we go back in, and now we go along and we can start pulling blueprints. So we choose any gun that we want to pull a blueprint for, we come across and we say create new on that gun. Now we'll start pulling blueprints of that gun. So let's go down and see what blueprint we got for this gun right here. So this one, we got the beta blueprint. You can see it's got the beta on it. So we've just pulled the beta blueprint for that gun right there. Now we could secure that one right there, or we could go along and we could just go to any other gun and say create new on that and see what blueprint we want. When we finally found a blueprint that we were happy with and we wanted to keep, then we can just keep it there. Now with this one, this is the beta one that we've got. Now let's go along and show you. We can go along and put up to 4 attachments on this. So I'll just go along and put some 4 attachments. We'll put that on, we will put a suppressor, we'll put a barrel and an underbarrel on it, like so. Now we will drop out and we will still have the beta variant, but it will have these attachments on it. So you can customize it up to 4 attachments. So we'll just load back down. And as you'll see here, we've got this, it's still got the beta sign right by our thumb there underneath our charm and everything. It's the blueprint, but it's got all the attachments on it and everything, guys. Now to secure this blueprint there, all we need to do is go along to our gun, our shotgun again that we use to be able to pull all of this stuff. We equip that into our class, and then after that we can say leave game. Now that's going to undo that shotgun being in the class, and it's going to put the gun that was just in there a second ago into there. That step is very vital. If you do not end by putting the shotgun into the class, it will not work for you. As you see here, we've now got a XM4. We just pulled a variant of an XM4, and it says that we've got 6 attachments on it. This attachment here has actually just come off another gun. It's one that's causing it to be the thing. But with that said, we can now go into our next game, and I'll now show you how we can run our cool beta blueprint that we've just pulled with the other different camos. And now we just load straight back into game. Okay, now we load in, and the first thing you do is select the class. Now, oops, I accidentally select the wrong class, but it doesn't matter. This is the other gun that I pulled just before. I've pulled this one. This is the Master Prestige. So we'll just show you this one being used with the camo. So we've got the Master Prestige, right? Now we want to use this with the camos off our XM4. All we do is we come across, and this was the same as the other gun I just pulled. It's just a different blueprint, right? So now we come across to our XM4, and we equip the one that has the dark matter on it, right? Now, as you see, it put it in our hand, undoes it. Now, we come out of our loadout, then we go back in, and then we select the one with one attachment and the camo, right? And the same thing happens. Then a third time, we just back out of our loadouts and we come in, and the third time, this time we select one, this time the camo is going to show up on that blueprint we were just holding. So if we want to have it with nuke glow, we just select the nuke glow one, and now this class is going to have our Prestige Master Aims blueprint with nuke glow camo on it. And then at any point of our will, we can just go along and we can change it to have a different camo. So we can go along and change it to have Borealis or dark matter or something like that, as long as we have that camo that we're trying to swap onto it sitting on a base gun of the gun that we're swapping through. So for us, it's the XM4. So as you see here, we'll load in, and here we'll have the nuke camo on this blueprint, and we can simply just go along and swap that to another one. So maybe we want the Borealis, so we swap it to Borealis, and now we'll be holding a nuke variant with Borealis, and it's just that simple. So we'll respawn, and then we'll get straight in, and I'll show you this working over in Battle Royale as well. So it's real simple, really easy, just to be able to run all the camos on these blueprints that you pull and everything. And after you set them up, it's only applying the camo that you need to do every game. You don't have to re-put them into your class. So as you see here, now we've got it with Borealis. It's that simple. Let's get over into Battle Royale, and we'll show you us getting them out of the loadout drops. Okay, we've loaded into Battle Royale. We're going to be showing the Prestige Master class, right? So we've got this blueprint, and it's got the cloud watching camo on it as normal, but we want to put a different camo onto it. We just simply, even in the pre-lobby, we can go along and set this up. So we go and select the camo, one with a camo that wipes the first one with no attachments on the base. Then we go along and select the next one that has one attachment on it, and then we go along and finally we select the one that has the camo on it that we want to apply. So whatever it is, if it's a iridescent camo or whatever it is that you want to apply, you can apply it here, and then we'll just be able to go along and get it out of our loadout drop. Real simple, real easy. Or if we want, when we at any point we can go along and we can swap that XM4 to one of the other blueprints we have with another camo on it, and we can change the camo on our aims, and we can get it with a different camo. So we could pull that aims with that camo on it once, and then we could change the camo and pull it the second time with a different camo. It's just that cool. I'll get down and I'll show you guys when I'm at the loadout drop. So you'll see here, it's really simple. You just grab your loadout and you just select it, and it's going to come with the camo, with the blueprint that you've pulled and everything. So now we've got the Prestige Master with the cool camo swapped onto it and everything, guys. Simple as, easy as. We'll go and get a second loadout to show you guys us swapping the camo in game. In the one game, we can pull the same gun with two different camos on it. And as you see here, we've got the gun here with this one camo, and we can go along and we can simply just change its camo on it by changing the gun that we had selected with the camo. So now we want to go along and have it with the nuke champ or nuke glow or anything that we want on it. We just go along and select that one. Now we come along, and when we select the gun out of the loadout, it's going to come with that. And as you see here, we even got it with the attachment that we had on the gun, so you can use that to be able to add attachments and things like that. Like you've seen here, we've now got a sight on our gun that we didn't have before, but we got a cool nuke camo on it with the Prestige Master blueprint and everything, guys. It's just simple as, easy as, and works simple as, easy as. So you guys know the deal. Bman's got you. Have you guys got me? Hey, get down there and check. Smash that like button for me. Leave me an awesome comment. Keep being awesome, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for watching my videos, and of course, keep being awesome. Bman,